Hey guys, and welcome to City Geek. Today we'll be talking about the capital of the Cornhusker State, Lincoln. I visited the city a few years ago and I thought it was an interesting city with a skyline that punches above its weight. In this series, I briefly touch on a city's history, population, skyline, as well as a few things that make the city unique. Now let's meet Lincoln. I always like to start by exploring how a city wound up being where it is today. Lincoln was originally called Lancaster, and its early settlers came there in the 1850s to extract salt out of the nearby salt flats. About a decade or so after settlers started arriving in the Lancaster area, the small town was chosen to be the state capital in 1867. In an attempt to keep Omaha as the capital, one state legislator proposed that the capital's name be Lincoln after President Lincoln. He hoped that the people in the Lancaster area, many of whom were sympathetic to the Confederacy, would no longer want the capital moved there if it was named after the Union president. In the end, that didn't seem to matter, and the capital was moved from Omaha to Lancaster, and the name was changed to Lincoln. Later in the 19th century, Lincoln became a center for the railroad, which helped the city grow to a population of about 55,000 by 1920. Today, Lincoln boasts a population of just over 290,000, making it the second largest city in the state of Nebraska after Omaha. There are only about 340,000 people in the metro area, making it the 152nd largest metro in the country. The city has grown as an insurance center, with companies like Assurity having headquarters there, but the largest employer for the city is the state government of Nebraska. Call me shallow, but when it comes to cities, I think appearances matter, which is why evaluating a city's skyline is my favorite part of making these videos. Now, I doubt anyone is going to be putting Lincoln in their top 25 skyline list anytime soon, but it's actually an impressive skyline when considering the small size of the city. For example, if you took the average height of its tallest 5 buildings, its skyline height would be just taller than that of Boise, Idaho, which has double the metro population of Lincoln. The tallest and most distinctive building in the skyline is the Nebraska State Capitol building. Nebraska has the second tallest state capitol building in the country, only trailing that of Louisiana. The architect of the Capitol thought that since the state of Nebraska is so flat, its capital should have some altitude or a beacon effect, so he designed a capitol that was 400 feet tall, which was the tallest in the country at that time. Outside of the towering state capitol, there are a few other things that make Lincoln unique. One of those things is the University of Nebraska, which influences the city in many ways. Lincoln is definitely a college town, with an avid fan base for their Cornhuskers. Memorial Stadium in downtown is one of the most iconic college football stadiums in the whole country. Morrill Hall is the university's state museum, and it's home to the world's best collection of fossil elephants, which includes the largest mammoth skeleton in the world. This 14-foot-tall mammoth fossil is known as Archie, was actually discovered by chickens in southeast Nebraska 100 years ago. Another unique museum connected to the university is the International Quilt Museum, which houses the largest publicly held quilt collection in the world, with a whopping 4,000 quilts. And lastly, an interesting fact about the city is that it lays claim to the longest straight main street in the whole country. Considered the spine of the city, O Street is a straight 59 miles along, and it claims the title of longest straight main street in the nation. Well, that wraps up my video about Lincoln. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and check out some of my other videos about cities. Thanks so much for watching.